Hello, great to have you with me, Phil Cleary, as we marvel at the footy of yesteryear in this, the 150th anniversary of the Great Australian Game. Today, we're back in Hobart for the 1966 Carnival. This time, it's the match between Victoria and Western Australia. After losses to WA and South Australia in 1965, the boys from Victoria were feeling the heat. They needed a win. In a sense, this was the end of an era, as it marked Ted Whitten's last match in the Victorian colours. It must seem strange now, but under the old state football rules, two Tasmanian champions, Darryl Baldock and Ian Stewart, as well as WA's Dennis Marshall, were wearing the big V. Funnily enough, two Victorian players, then based in WA, Fitzroy's Kevin Murray and Melbourne's Big Bob Johnson, lined up against the Vics. Also in the side was Mel Brown, father of Hawthorn's Campbell Brown. Now there was a bloke who really did suffer white line fever. Awarded the Tassie medal as the best player in the carnival, that master of the left foot drop kick, Barry Cable, went on to play in the Kangaroos' 1975 and 77 premiership sides.
Climax to the ANFC Championship with the title holders Western Australia in the white shorts, leading Victoria by 1 point as umpire O'Neill bounces the ball for the start of the final quarter. Nichols for Victoria takes it. Gordian across to Barrett. In goes Cable and Scott, the half-back flanker for West Australia, who's been a star. Down wide of Dennis Marshall, the Victorian half-back flanker. Victoria overrunning the ball, but in here comes Stewart for Victoria. Up to the centre they go. No mark here. The ball out loose. A chance for Gordian. He hand passes out into the open territory. Taken away by Barrett. There's John in there for Victoria. Drives them out deep, but there's Abraham. But in goes Victoria, not to be denied. Here's a chance for Barry Burke to line it up from 40 yards out, and Victoria's in front. Nicely gathered in by Gould from the half-back flank of Victoria. His kick is up to Abraham, over his head. There's Stewart going in, number 19. Stewart with the right foot, although he's a left foot kick, and finds Ted Whitten 50 yards out from goal. The angle, as you can see, about 45 degrees. Whitten, a veteran of Victorian football. This is a lovely kick by Whitten. It's swinging in. It's a gorgeous goal. A magnificent goal by Ted Whitten. Burt on the half-back flank for the VFL. 14th kick. Left foot kick by Burt, up to the half-forward flank. They set themselves, and it's Abraham marking nicely. He's a fit, fresh player for Western Australia. Lovely kick up to Brown, and Mal Brown takes a good mark for Western Australia in the centre half-forward position. He's already kicked 2 goals for the West and has been pretty accurate with his kicking mostly during the championship series, but it falls short. Bob Johnson coming out there. In goes Cable. There's a hand pass to Cable. He lines it up, and he doesn't miss. A lovely goal to Barry Cable, the snowy-haired rover, the smallest player in the carnival, Sandover medalist, only 5 feet 6 and 11 stone, and has been a star.
And Barry Cable, always a very dangerous sort of player. They've been a little bit flat-footed in Western Australia, but come back extremely well in this last quarter when they've had opportunities up forward.
And here's Cable bringing Western Australia forward again to Johnson. 13 minutes of play we're into in this quarter. Johnson, angle, fairly acute, 30 yards out. Let's watch it. Up there, a behind only to Western Australia, making the difference again, 11 points. Nichols, number 7, Littrick, number 22, going to the ball, coming from behind. Slater knocks the ball down. Chance here for Murray. He's been held. Play goes on, though. Away go Victoria. Out of defence, drive the ball towards the centre. Abraham comes down from the half-forward, half-back flank. Drives the ball up to Big Bob Johnson, but coming from behind is Terry Waters to mark for Victoria.
Up they come through Brown to the centre half-forward position there with Baldock being held. Play on, says the umpire. Abraham runs into a very solid tackle. Out goes Baldock. There's Billy Barrett in for Victoria. It's a good short pass to the half-forward line to Hassaman. He's got time to play on and drive it through an unguarded goal. If it bounces the right way, it has. It's a goal, a lovely goal, kicked by the Melbourne skipper, number 4, Hassaman.
Here's Burt, though. Burt will put the ball right up into the scoring zone for Victoria. Down comes Whitten to fly and take the mark. Let's watch this kick from Whitten. Normally a beautiful kick for goal. There it is. It's straight through the middle. A magnificent goal. Kicked by Whitten. That's his second goal. And Victoria have broken away again to a 23-point advantage.
It's been a thriller, but the VFL looking a bit strong now. Western Australia get the tap out. A chance there for Bagley, but his kick smothered. There's Barrett. Grabbed high, but play on, says the umpire. Barrett drives up to Scott, knocked away from that player. In goes Atwell. He's nailed by Baldock. Baldock trying to control the ball, being tackled. Cleverly knocks it out to Ian Stewart, but Baldock is going to get the free kick. He's been a star for Victoria, although at times has been well held. There's a 15-yard penalty, and Baldock approves of the umpire's decision as he chaps his West Australian.
Oh, he was very lucky to get away with it, though.
He was about to play on. He's kicked 5 goals already for the VFL. He's about 55 yards out. This is a long kick by Baldock. Right up, punched away and punched through from behind to the VFL. 5-1, Darryl Baldock. VFL perhaps closing it up a little bit here. Safe, or they may feel safe, with a 24-point lead after 22 minutes of play. McIntosh, a hand pass to Cable. Cable bursts into the clear, has a bounce. A long hand pass. It's not a particularly good hand pass, but it may give his side the advantage. No, the player caught. But here backing up well is Walker for Western Australia, their reserve. He's on. There's Gould through his hand. A chance now for Lewis. Lewis, a hand pass out to the flank, looking for Abraham. Abraham off the ground for Rover Donkin. Donkin, a hand pass to Lewis. Lewis, a hand pass under pressure. Races to goal. He can put it through. He has missed. Out to the flank it goes to Gordian. Gordian, a hand pass to Marshall, and away go Victoria again. But Western Australia still battling on. Holding that ball across the Cable. Look at that lovely control. A feinted hand pass. Lines it up for goal. Beautiful kick, but he's offline. Another behind to the West.
McIntosh, the Western Australian ruckman, would walk into any Victorian side. There's his kick up towards centre half forward. Slater sets himself in the mark and brings it down nicely for Western Australia. Slater will put the ball well down towards the goal. It's a nice drop kick. Big Bob Johnson has set himself in the mark and taking it. A beauty right in the goal square. Couldn't miss this one. He's point blank range. All eyes on him. There it is. Straight through the middle, and Western Australia get within 16 points of Victoria. Nichols moves to the ball, beats the pace there by Walker, who's come on for Western Australia. He sends a hand pass forward to Brio. Brio down towards the full forward position. They fly for it, and it's Teasdale marking safely under pressure. Lewis goes back. There's a nice drop, bringing it up towards Big Bob Johnson, who is under a lot of pressure from Teasdale. The ball is snapped up here by Donkin. He beats it forward. There's Ian Bryant, who has been a star for Victoria, to grab the ball for the last time in the 1966 Carnival. And Victoria regain the championship. Victoria defeating the title holders, Western Australia, by 15 points. There's the scoreboard, the final board for you. The Victorian Football League, 15-10, 100 points. Beating Western Australia 13-7, 85 points. Victoria winning the championship before a crowd of some 23,500.
Victoria home by 15 points and back on top of interstate footy. I'm Phil Cleary. See you next time with more halftime footy flashbacks.